we just call it as Paddy's Powerful Reviews. If I flick in there, there's just the amount of them. And like, if I stop off on one of them, like there's one there. There's
I'll set it on the table there.
Let me see. How do we set this on the table? Well, that one there. Can you see it on the table? That one there's a man there. What does he say there in that one there?
You can post this to your page. My husband suffers chronic arthritis in his hands. Could only bend his fingers a little bit, and that was painfully started your bottle. That was painfully started your bottle a week ago, and he can do this without any pain.
Well, let me
Very
see.
good.
Well, let me see. There's one there. See that one there? Where's that one there? There's in there now. Who's that?
On my third bottle, I'm a night shift worker in nursing home, always sore back, legs, etc. Since taking the bottle, less pain, more energy, even sleeping better. Absolutely fantastic.
Tell the name at the top.
I can say that, yeah. Julie G. Doherty.
And she's from
Finahe, Belfast.
and they're all allowing them here to be says. There's Sharon
McKenna. Hi, Paddy. I suffer with osteoarthritis in my hands. I haven't been able to make a fist on one hand for years. Had cortisone injections. Next step is surgery. I've been taking your bottle for a week and no word of a lie. I woke up this morning with no inflammation in my hands, and in disbelief I can close my hand again. I've been making fists all day, and my other hand, a cyst that has been there again for years, has almost disappeared. I'm convinced and will continue to take your bottle, and have told all my family. One sister started today, Sharon and Monaghan.
There's somebody in Rafo there.
Donegal. On my 8th bottle, and my cholesterol checked recently, and thankfully everything has dropped to recommended levels, and it's down to the bottle. I have no doubt about it. Plus, I used to struggle with lower back pains, especially in the morning getting out of bed. But again, thankfully, this has all gone away thanks to Paddy's powerful bottles. That's amazing, Paddy. My blood pressure was this is Ian Crawford, Oma. My blood pressure was 159/96. Start of December. Went on your bottle, and last week it is 122/70. Can't show it in black and white. What's the time frame on that? It doesn't say it.
I don't know. I don't know what it is there. There's just it just goes on and goes on.
One more, honey. You want one? You want
let me
any
see.
particular?
Let me see. Oh, just you do a spot one. Just do a spot one to see where you land.
Just any other conditions, then maybe.
Well, I haven't got them categories yet.
Yeah.
That's on my to-do list.
Well done, Paddy. I've been so this is Bernie Doherty Kelleher. Well done, Paddy. I've been given my special needs 29-year-old daughter who has Rett syndrome. What's that?
Tourette? What does it say?
It just says Rett, R-E-T-T.
No, I actually don't know. No point me. I don't know.
I have noticed her digestive system and bowel is working better. There is 5 of us using your bottles these last few weeks. Less pains for sure from a very happy customer here in Cullavullen, Cork. Jesus. Paddy, I could do these all day, sir.
No, it's well interesting. Where's she from?
Here's eczema. Owen Harkin.
No, does it say where it's from?
Bottle, does it say?
No.
On my 4th bottle now, when I started taking this, I had very bad eczema, and now after 4 weeks, my eczema has finally started to heal. I've tried multiple different medications, and this is the only one I've found has actually worked. So in simple, yes, I would recommend this to anyone in a similar situation like myself, because if it works for me, it will work for anyone. 5 stars. Jesus.
No, it's bonkers. Like it's amazing. Some of the stories that I've heard from people,
stiffness,
and that's
sleeping
the people
better.
Are the wilderness sleeping
energy
better?
levels, sleeping better. No bloated, not a bloated stomach anymore. Back pain.
And they're all from real people. You can name it. They give permission that all their names you can see on them.
Sciatica. Jesus, Paddy.
I come here. It's unreal.
Have you brought this to anybody?
No, I haven't. No. What have you brought it to anybody?
I mean, like, it would be interesting to bring, they say, like, some health board or something.
That's going to get. Well, I don't know. I think it's a big. Being honest, I think I'm going to be going to end up in bother.
Arthritis again.
I think I'm going to end up in bother. That's the big pharma. There's a massive organisation. I don't think that they really want this kind of crack out there
because they can't benefit from it.
Well, they're not going to benefit from it. Like, do you really believe that it's all about people's health? I don't believe. The way the things go, like we've got ministers of education. And like
Thank you, by the way. I enjoyed reading them. I could read them all day.
I have another folder of it. Like, but honest,
that's good, sir.
And you know what? The thing about it is, can you imagine the folder there of the amount of people that's seen it? Can you imagine the amount of people that the word of the street is talking about it because they don't want their name out there. They don't want their next door neighbour knowing that they've got arthritis pains or they've got cholesterol or high blood pressure or nothing like that. Probably only 10% of them will allow you to show their reviews out on social media to the world, to all their neighbours to see it. Because when you put up somebody like Patricia from Oma and her second name, whatever it is, well, everybody around her is going to know, oh, Jesus, she's got this and she's got that. So can you imagine the amount that it's helping that aren't putting their reviews on there? Yeah. But one thing I have to say is,
if you could get everybody, if there was an option, like say if you like had on the like a QR code they could scan.
Well, they made me take a QR code off.
Why?
Well, because whenever it goes onto Facebook, it's showing it's showing reviews. I'm not even allowed to put other. I'm not allowed.
You're not allowed to put a QR code on the bottle.
No, because it's putting people onto my Facebook page, and then on the page, there's reviews on it. That I asked, could I put reviews on this of just say, for instance, you're in a bottle, and you told me your review, and you give me agreement to put it on a leaflet. I'm not allowed to put it on a leaflet
by the
HSE
because they don't deem it as.
Well, if you see that blood pressure one that he done,
the
one
excuse me,
they just, I don't know. There's a legislation and the rules are the rules. That's what I'm told.
Yeah, but I mean, I always feel like the rules are there to be challenged.
Oh, well, like me, you can see what I'm doing. I'm bending them. I'm trying not. I don't like. I want to get on with the. But the people.
There's something good here happening. Do you know what I mean?
I well believe
having an impact. Like, but I mean, the results, the reviews speak for themselves.
Jeez, it's unreal. Some of the nicest stories you'll ever hear. Like as I told you earlier on, one of the nicest stories. I've heard so many stories over the phone, but like a man in Kerry told me, I'm not going to give you my name. I don't want to mention on social media. I just want to tell you the story. And he says, I used to love doing the Ring of Kerry, and he says I've been doing it for years, all through his life. But he hasn't done it in the last 3 years. That's sad, like, because he thinks he's getting older and that's how he's never going to be fit to go out and cycle and do the Ring of Kerry again. And he said to me, he says, I was down to one last option, he says, and I was sceptical of your bottles, but I says, I'm going to give it a go. If you keep saying about this inflammation out of your body, it's like things been seized up when you put a bit of oil on it. This is get inflammation out of your body. And so he told me, he says, I'm on your bottles, and he says, you'll not believe this, he says, I went on them, done the 30-day trial, he says, felt myself getting better, and he says, I'm back on my bike, I'm back doing the Ring of Kerry, and he says, I'm phoning you to thank you.
Very good. That's nice to hear, isn't it?
Wow, it's amazing to hear.
To Kerry, like even they're from Cork. I didn't realise you're down that far.
We'd post them, you see.
Oh, right. People order them online?
People order them through WhatsApp. We're in a kind of small enough way of going, and then I get them down to places in Mayo, and that's all through with this man. He'll drive halfway and we'll drive halfway, and if I know somebody that's heading down, like we had a college girl that was working up in college, and it's grand in the winter time whenever the temperatures is well down, and we'll not be fit to do it in the summer. We've all fridge vans now, but when the temperature's down, we were like, she was in college and she was bringing it down to a wee farm shop and then in Mayo and stuff like that. That's the only way I could get it out to all places, because I wanted to be fit to grow and people to get the benefits out of it. You know what I mean?
Are you able to keep up with the demand?
Listen, it's been a complete and utter roller coaster. We're starting to get to the stage where we're doing a wee bit of fine tuning now, but at the start, it was just like the story is the full story is bonkers. Like, because whenever you take it down, I says to my wife, I made these 2 bottles here for nearly, say, 8 years, right? Then when that campaign got on, I stopped.
When you were making them at the start, was it just for you?
It was just for me and my father-in-law and my uncle, stuff like that, to eat locals. And then, but mine's, we'd have fine-tuned them, because when I got more knowledgeable of listening to more podcasts and listening to the Gary Breckas and the Barbara O'Neills the Gary Breckas, just an amazing man. He's like a human biologist. So when you're listening to all them here, you realise, oh, geez, you know what? I'm missing. Garlic's just an absolute, that's my favourite. And I was chatting to Jason Quigley. He's like a European, he got the European title. Yeah, you can imagine it's just brilliant. It's one of our local heroes in Ballyluffin or in Ballybuffet. And he's the same. Garlic's one of his favourites ingredients as well, because they know you need that kind of superfoods to help your recovery when you're in all that kind of training and all. But sorry, where were we there? I got sidetracked. Oh, how I started, got going.
Yeah.
So, done it all that way. next thing then we had to kind of fine tune it because if you're going to sell to the public, as my sister says, no matter how good it is, if I can't drink it, I'm not going to buy it. So we had to make sure it was. So you added a little bit more lime and a little.
Why
bit,
was it a wee bit strong?
well, a wee bit garlicky.
Right.
I was more into the garlic side of stuff.
You
I
just
love
like
it.
pure, just want to get the best out of it. Like,
So, but at the same time, very little people like garlic. Like, they don't mind getting it onto as long as you can taste it. So we had to kind of fine tune that, add a wee bit of more turmeric and ginger and